If you are interested in this vehicle, run. Do not walk to your nearest Hyundai dealership because they are flying not off the shelves, but off the trucks, you guys. You want to get your hands on one because they don't even have time to PDI these good and get them ready before people are snapping them up. Welcome and say hello to the 2023 Hyundai Palisade Limited Edition V6 front-wheel drive with 20-inch alloy wheels and with a new redesign for this year blacked out aggressive grille. And starting the tour off with this 3.8-liter V6 engine with 291 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque, 8-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters with idle stop and go, 19 city and 27 highway with 22 combined gas mileage, and sitting pretty with a Sierra burgundy exterior and black on black interior. Isn't she a beautiful ride? As you can see, the wrappings are still on this SUV. The dealerships didn't even have time to PDI them properly. People are just literally buying them off the trucks and also pre-ordering them. And opening up to the inside of the driver's side door, we have the mirror controls, the power door and window locks, and then coming down you see a cubby with a cup holder. The cup holders are everywhere. And then also you have your programmable seat adjustments. Going neck and neck with one of the other vehicles that I test drove, it was the Acura RDX. These have to be some of the most beautiful seats that I've seen. They're in Napa black leather with piping, and the seating is so beautifully designed. They're comfortable, sporty, and luxurious. And then here are the controls down here on the bottom. You can control your lumbar support, height adjustment, and the cushion length. And hopping in the driver's side, we see a pretty straightforward and simplified dash design. So let's get her turned on. And all lit up, we see the digital display gauge cluster, and it has info like sensory fueling, digital speedometer, the drive info, tire pressure, and more. And on the left side of this heated and powered steering wheel, we have voice commands, the modes for the AM and FM radio, the Sirius, volume up and down, skip buttons, favorites, and phone Bluetooth control. And then on the right side, we have the infotainment controls, cruise controls, radar cruise control, active steering system. And I mentioned earlier that there was an 8-speed automatic transmission with pedal shifters. Here's the one on the left, and here's the one on the right. Turn signals and headlight adjustments on the left, and we have windshield wiper controls on the right. Over to the right, we have the infotainment center with a 12.3 navigation touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, maps, radio tuning, and setup. And below are the manual controls. And below the infotainment center controls, we have the temperature controls for AC and heat, the rear climate control because it is a tri-zone climate. And for those of you who know, and the new ones that don't know, I do not like these toggle switches and buttons for the gears. I just want my standard gear shift that I can control in my hand. Anywho, it is what it is. We have the drive mode button for comfort, sport, eco, and smart, and the idle stop and go. And also right down here, we have the controls for the heated and ventilated driver and passenger seats, as well as the heated steering wheel. We're going to slide the cover off part of the center console to expose the wireless charging pad right there. That is very nice. And then we have these retractable cup holders. We have a large cubby with a USB-C port and 12-volt plug-in. And coming over to the passenger door, we have a very simplified door handle with window control and a cubby down at the bottom with a cup holder and more storage. And then we have this glove box over here, very roomy, but I don't see a lock on it. I don't see a lock. Even though I was not happy that they sent me home in this test drive with the wrappings on it, y'all, the exterior is still gorgeous. I love that Sierra burgundy color. The salesman kept calling it sangria, so that's what stuck in my head, but it is Sierra burgundy. We're going to go ahead and take a look in this trunk. Now on the trunk, we do have a power lift gate, or you can control it by the key fob. And the trunk space is 86.4 cubic feet with the second and third row down, 45.8 cubic feet with the third row down, and 18 cubic feet with all seats in the upright position. I do love that there is power control buttons for the third and second row seating in this vehicle. And then also there is heat and ventilation for the third row seating. What SUV has that? The Palisade. Also down at the bottom right, we have two dual exhausts. We're going to rock around to the right side of the vehicle and show you the second row. And even getting in, sitting down on the seats, even though they're covered with plastic, I can tell that they are very comfortable. And on the door, there's a little bit more going on back here. We have two cup holders. We also have a sunshade or sun visor. And then we have cubbies down below that can hold more. And sprinkled throughout the vehicle, you can see all the speakers, but it has a Harman Kardon 12-speaker premium sound system. Nice. And along with plenty of headspace, there's plenty of leg room. So these seats recline, but they can also scoot up so you can get more room back there on the third seat. And you can see how much space is right here. On the center console facing the rear, you have heated and ventilated seat controls. You have the heat and air for the second row. And then also you have a 12-volt outlet and you have an AC outlet. All right, Hyundai. There's also USB-C ports to use right in the driver and passenger seat right in front, and also this envelope kind of pocket there. There's no lack of storage and no lack of outlets in this vehicle. I love that it's a 7-seater and you can walk to the back, and the seats are very, very nice all throughout the vehicle. Now, I'm not sure, but I did count 14 cup holders. 14. So everybody could have at least 2 drinks apiece. I'm 5'4" and 163 pounds, and with the seats all the way back, my knees are just touching it. So there's plenty of room because those seats can be scooted up. Now this third row does seem to be smaller than in the Kia Telluride, so I would think it can fit 3 children or either 2 adults. There are vents in the top of the vehicle. There are lights. There's LED lights all throughout. There are air vents on both sides. Seat belts. And I love, of course, like I said before, there's a walkway to the third row, or you can bunny hop from the side doors. And if you are in the snowy northern regions of the country, you want to go ahead and get that all-wheel drive. Just as on any SUV, you're going to need it. Okay, enough of the tour. I'm ready to get her on the road. So we're going to hop on in, and these cameras, y'all, 360-degree cameras around the vehicle. You have a bird's eye view as well. That backup camera is working really well. It's nice and clear. Going up above, we have the rear view mirror, and we also have more, I won't say it's cubby space. It's usually for the sunglasses, but it looks like another close-up mirror so that you can see the back. And then also we have controls here for the sunroof, LED lighting, and if you need assistance in an emergency, it's also there. And then coming around, we have dual sunroof for the front and the rear cabin. 2 sunroofs. And here's more LED passenger lighting. Here we see the gauge clusters in full effect, and also the side mirrors that are integrated with blind spot assist. They are working very well, and you can see all around your vehicle from the curb on up to a certain height. And yeah, I love that on the side, those mirrors. That was a nice touch. And it does not run or handle like a midsize or a larger SUV that it is. It runs really smooth and has a real nice feel, and being that it can tow 5,000 pounds, it can only be a plus that it's not on the sluggish side. And on to the bottom line. This 2023 Hyundai Palisade V6 Limited Edition topped out at $48,970. A little pricey, but if you're in the market for it and it's in your pocket range, it's worth it. Now, in conclusion, if I could mix and match the Kia Telluride and this Palisade, I'd have the perfect vehicle. I love the inside of the Telluride, the outside of the Palisade, but they were both great. I'm not a fan of the dashboard area in this Palisade. It was very lackluster, and I did not like the steering wheel. It had a space age looking feel, so I didn't like that, but I've wound down now, y'all. So the next vehicle you will see should be my new SUV. And I think I know what I'm going to get. Stay tuned. Also down below, comment and let me know which vehicle you think I should get and which vehicle you think I'm going to pick. Also, if you've missed any of my tours, in addition to this Palisade, click the 4 here to watch all the ones that I have to choose from. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.